I don't have a lot of time to declutter. Now what? Hi friends, I'm Simply Sherry and we are finishing this 5-day mini-series where I respond to your comments and questions to my videos and my community posts. I like to post regularly with polls and quizzes, how-tos, tips, myths versus facts. So sub to my channel so you can see those community posts. This is casual, so sit back and relax or do some chores. Join in the conversation, make a comment, or ask a question that I can respond to in a future video. Grab a cup of tea or coffee. I have my water. I'm responding to a comment to my video. The video is how to declutter your home when you don't have a lot of time. That video is worth watching, so watch that after this video. This comment is from Busy with Dogs. Hi, Busy with Dogs. Her name is Jenna, and she has a fabulous YouTube channel. If you love dogs and you're busy and running a household, it's a great channel to check out where she gives reviews, does vlogs, talks about her everyday life, and I'm sure you're going to get a lot of information from her. So for some context, she homeschools 4 children, does YouTube, married, and runs her household. So that is Busy with Dogs. Jenna, thanks for your comment. What great advice. We always declutter before birthdays and Christmas. So one of the things I talked about in this video is one of the ways to declutter when you don't have a lot of time is to do it per season. Okay, so for example, before school started, that's when we would declutter, and before Christmas, if I remember right, is when we would declutter too, especially before school, because that's a time where we would get new school clothes or new school supplies, so we would see what we would have. So that was a perfect time to declutter. What great advice. We always declutter before birthdays and Christmas. That makes a lot of sense because birthdays, you get an influx of birthday gifts and toys, especially when my kids were growing up. I loved throwing them birthday parties, and I tell you, their room was cluttered for a couple weeks until, you know, we got things situated again. And when you have only, let's say, a half a closet, half is for clothes, half is for their stuff, you have to, you know, make room for the new stuff to come in, right? One in, one out maybe is what you do. So when we declutter the kids' stuff, I always ask them, what do you have that you are ready to let go of to go to the next kid? Now my daughter will randomly bring me a toy or garment and tell me that she wants to give it to the next kid. That's amazing, because she wants to make them happy and she no longer uses it. So my reply is, oh, your daughter is sweet. Great job, Jenna. That is a great job. You know, a lot of us were not raised learning how to declutter and organize and donate and bless someone else with what we've been blessed with. I know for me, like, I never volunteered until I was in college. Like, it was just not a thing that we did. And my kids have been volunteering since they were like 6 years old. And I remember we had a conversation one time, and I told them that I never volunteered till I was like in college, because someone, you know, I was in college, I wanted to beef up my resume or something like that. And they're like, wow, really? Like, for them, it's just become a part of their life because we would volunteer all the time. And they just said, well, I didn't know it was an option not to volunteer. So when this becomes part of their, you know, like their life and just how their household runs, it is just a great, not even just a skill set, but like an attitude, a belief system, or something that they do that's not just going to benefit their own household, but other households. So wonderful. Great job, Jenna. And then she replies, Busy with Dogs, thank you. I feel blessed to be her mom. That is right. We are blessed with our children that, you know, they're impressionable and they're willing to learn from us. And, you know, they have the intuition to know what's good. And when they see something good and that gets reinforced, the better. Now, I don't remember if I said this in this video, but another way that I've decluttered when I don't have a lot of time is I love numbers, and so I like to time myself. I like to count. Like, okay, maybe a weird fact, but a fact about me is that when I wash dishes, I count the number of dishes that I wash. Can you raise your hand and make me feel better, or comment below if you do something like that? Like, I know I count when I blow dry my hair, and I know it's like dry enough, but I count when I do dishes. So I do 30 dishes a day, and it's just, that's about as many dishes as we use in a day. That includes the silverware, I count as one thing, but you know, like a pot, a lid, several plates, right? The spatulas and ladles. I mean, it ends up glasses. They end up being 30. And so when I declutter, one of the things you could do is you can have a game either with yourself or the rest of your household and say, you know, this week we're each going to declutter 10 items. And so through the week, you know, they can, whether you have a donation pile or a pile that has to be tossed, they can either toss it right away in the trash can. But the donation pile, they get through their 10, and look at that. If you have a house of 4 people, then that's 40 items. And so counting helps me when I declutter. And then you can always use the timer method. So you can pick one room, maybe all 4 of you, if there are 4 of you, and say, let's declutter the family room. So you set the timer, let's say for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and each of you just goes through the room, looks at the books, the board games, the pillows, the blankets, paper, maybe random stuff, stuff that shouldn't belong there. And within 10 minutes, either you put things away, you throw things away, or you put things in a donation pile. So it's only 10 minutes, and all of you are focused at that one time. It's very efficient and effective. So make sure to watch the video so you can get more tips from me. And if you found this video helpful, then sub to my channel for more decluttering and organizing tips. If you want to dive deeper or would like a little bit more help, then sign up for my weekly newsletter. It's called Tuesday Transformations. The link is in the description box below, and I share more how-tos, tips, tools, and encouragement so that you would have less stress and more peace and create a home you love. When you sign up, you will receive 6 free printables. Stay tuned for my next video where I will share 5 things to clear from your desk before the new year.